TikTok users Pete and Ash are no strangers to the creepy and paranormal. As a couple residing in a remote location with vast stretches of land, they've had their fair share of scary encounters. Over time, eerie and inexplicable sounds, often associated with the supernatural, began to fill their surroundings. Intrigued by these spine-chilling events, they took it upon themselves to capture and share their recordings on TikTok. Now, let's take a glimpse into their documented encounters.
Don't make me go back there. Come on. Come here. Oh. I can't. What?
At the start, eerie and unsettling noises akin to children's cries or animal sounds filled the atmosphere, creating a sense of discomfort. Though not inherently harmful, the situation took a disconcerting twist when an intriguing event featuring phantom footsteps took place. The man distinctly heard the sound of someone hastily approaching, yet he couldn't discern any tangible presence. However, this incident began intensifying both in frequency and intensity. This time, their camera effectively captured a puzzling spectacle, a white humanoid figure resembling a rake-like entity. The subsequent recording escalated the terror, with unsettling sounds accompanying the figure's lone stance amidst the trees. Suddenly, the silhouette raised its head, revealing glowing eyes locked onto the man. Filled with dread, he wasted no time and fled the scene. However, as time passed, the entity seemed to edge closer and closer, gradually encroaching upon their lives. At one juncture, the creature neared them in the nearby woods. Emerging from the cover of trees, a shadowy figure swiftly advanced toward the camera. In a subsequent video filmed during a serene night at home, a white entity emerged from the shrubbery, inching toward their dwelling. What are your thoughts on these recordings? Could there indeed be a mysterious and menacing creature occupying their land? Does this offer proof of the infamous rake that haunts them? Furthermore, the source of these peculiar sounds remains a conundrum. Numerous queries arise, yet only certainty prevails. These videos are both captivating and enigmatic. What are your musings? Is it a bona fide encounter with the rake, or perhaps another TikTok fabrication? As always, the ultimate judgment rests with you. During the late nightmare hours, a man enters an abandoned dwelling with caution. The history of this place is rumored to be unsettling, prompting authorities to ban access for valid reasons. It's recounted that an elderly man once lived there, his isolation evident through the spacious chambers and cryptic artifacts within. What baffles the neighbors is the lack of any other occupants. After the early man's passing, peculiar events emerged. Locals assert they spotted shadowy figures lingering near second-floor windows, accompanied by eerie children's laughter in the darkness. Armed with this information, the man proceeds warily, expecting the emergence of someone or something. As he explores with circumspection, a disconcerting event unfolds. Suddenly, a small golden statue topples over seemingly out of thin air. The man pauses, endeavoring to comprehend this baffling occurrence. He scans the surroundings for a logical rationale, yet none is found. Surprisingly, the statue tumbled of its own accord. While disconcerting, it's the subsequent event that truly unsettles them. Undaunted, he investigates the upper floor, situating a second camera for a different view. In this moment, an alarming sight is captured on film. Within a few frames, a faint silhouette materializes against the wall. The man, oblivious to this presence during his ascent up the stairs, would have swiftly exited if he had noticed it. Spectators undoubtedly believe this sight alone would have sent shudders down his spine. Nevertheless, it's the subsequent occurrences that compel him to hastily depart the premises. While exploring the second floor, he encounters locked rooms, which heightens the unease. Here's what he managed to capture. As if the door opening on its own wasn't disconcerting enough, a spine-chilling incident unfolds the moment the man steps inside. The door slams shut abruptly, as though someone forcefully closed it. Startled, he rushes toward the door, only to realize it's locked. Suddenly, without explanation, a door unlocks. At this instant, fear surges within him, compelling him to flee as fast as possible. Regrettably, the camera ceases recording shortly after, denying us further proof. However, just before this, something genuinely unsettling is caught on camera. The view pans to the room he'd exited moments earlier, revealing a dark figure within, seemingly observing his hasty exit. The realization that this presence may have been with him in that room leaves him profoundly unnerved. Details about the subsequent events remain mostly unknown, but it's clear this man won't be revisiting anytime soon. The exact nature of what transpired that night remains a mystery until more footage is shared, leaving this enigmatic incident unresolved.